Okay, so today is a very great day because I'm having something very interesting to share.
Nice.
So I'm starting a brand new project. And I know that a lot of people will say that you shouldn't start a brand new project if you've not completed another project yet. But one thing I realized is that I had so much time doing nothing most of my days that I thought that would be a good idea to do a project that I've always been thinking of working on. And when I say doing nothing for the majority of my days, I'm talking about like doing nothing in terms of work that I really enjoy, because most of the things I was doing was like looking for a new marketing strategy, interacting with my team, just seeing how to grow the program as a whole. But in terms of the development department, we haven't really done a lot because there is actually not a lot to do because we're focusing on refining the program for the Programmers University and just bringing in more students and so on. So with the resources we had left, we decided to hop on a new project, and I'm going to be talking about it in a minute. But first, here is my setup. I'm having this camera here and I use it to stream because I just stream myself studying because it just helps me focus more. And I'm streaming myself studying to an empty channel. I actually have like 20 subscribers that show up sometimes, and I'm not very consistent all the time, but anytime I really want to focus and study, I turn on my camera and then I start streaming. And I just got this ring light just to add in more light to my room because I don't really have bright lights. So yeah, let's get into this video and I'll tell you exactly what I'm working on. So before I tell you exactly what the project we are trying to build is about, let me first of all tell you a little problem I faced the other day. So right now I'm trying to grow my personal brand. I'm trying to be more active on social media. So just show up more, post more, and just be more organized with my posts on the different social media apps. And as you may know, there are several social media applications. We have like TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, when you want to count everything, there are like 8 different social platforms. And if I make a piece of content, for example, a reel or a post, I find myself having to go between all the social medias individually and having to post one by one on each social media. So creating content is one work. Now organizing myself and constantly posting on all the social media is another kind of strenuous work. And I was really thinking of outsourcing that, like getting a virtual manager who would just be in charge of posting for me. And then that is when I realized that, oh, before I get there, and one other problem is that oftentimes having several social medias without having a way to organize yourself well makes you forget to post on certain platforms. For example, I'll write a post on Facebook that I want to post on Twitter and Threads, end up posting it on Facebook and Twitter. Then I'll forget Threads because I don't use Threads that much. Or I'm going to forget LinkedIn. So thinking of all this, I'll ask myself that, okay, why shouldn't I start working on a project that will help me easily post my content to all the social media platforms simultaneously? So with one go, I can connect my different social accounts to this platform, and then with this platform now, I can post to all my different accounts. That is when the idea came about to build a solution for myself first and my team, and then now create a software or product around it now and hopefully propose it to the market. So obviously after having this brilliant idea, I told myself that it's going to be too good to be true if I was the first to think about this. So I went out there, started Googling to see if there are other competitors like me. And I realized that there are actually many companies that do this. And are companies that are actually very well known that do this. And at first, I was like, maybe I should just use one of those products and call it a day. But being a developer and being someone who likes trying new things as I am, I say, why not build a product around this and try to test my newly found marketing skills and apply it there. So I had a quick meeting with my team and we discussed about this. Since there's not a lot of work going on in the Programmers University when it comes to like building and development, we decided to start working on this new project. And my initial goal was to have an MVP running by the end of the month, that is November 30. But I asked myself that why spend so much time when we want to just get an MVP out there? Let's take way less time to get an MVP, get feedback from real people, and use the feedback to get better and continue building upon that. So I decided that we're just going to take 1 week from doing market research, from researching features that are actually common from people who do the same type of software and now adding our own touch to it to make it basically better in the way we see it. So yeah, the version 0.01 or the version 0.0 is going to be built relatively fast so we can get it out to the market. I'm going to be building in it public, so making several videos, posts, tweets talking about this, so that once we're able to launch it out, obviously the first version is going to be free. We can get a lot of feedback from people and hopefully get to a point where we get so much feedback that we can iterate on it until get a product that is actually worth subscribing to.
A few moments later.
If you've ever watched my vlogs before, you know that I always like tracking time when I want to work on anything. So right now it's 1:30 a.m. Let me show you. So it's currently 1:32 a.m. I really want to start working on the new project. I'm not going to say the name right now because we took like a couple of hours, my team and I, to find a very good name. I'm not going to talk about the name, but right now I have to record lessons for the Programmers University for our full stack development program. One bad thing I did was that I actually stopped creating pre-recorded lessons for my students. So after the live lessons, they can go to the pre-recorded lessons to easily follow up the classes. So I stopped it and my students were really angry at me, and I take full accountability of it. So right now I'm going to complete the lessons they need to reference before heading over to the next project. Even though we covered it during the live classes, it's still very important for us to have recorded lessons for that. So right now I'm going to be working on recording a couple of lessons, and then we are going to start working on the new project. So let's go. Okay, I have my setup ready to start recording lessons. So voice goes here and then typing goes here, and yeah, we can get started. As much as I hate to admit it, but I really hate recording lessons, but in this life you gotta do what you gotta do, so let's do it.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it's currently 4:38 a.m. Let me show you the time real quick. It's currently 4 a.m. Yeah, it's currently 4 a.m. So it's currently 4 a.m. I don't know how many hours I've spent already. So I didn't finally record the lessons. I went straight into working on the new project. So I've been making a ton of research on what tools we should use, researching other companies that basically do the same thing and try to see what they are doing, and just plan everything up. And also I've been communicating with my team. As you can see, we mainly use Slack to communicate. Here's our Slack channel, and then here's a document from the research we made. So here's everything, and then we're going to be using Firebase for the database and authentication and all that kind of stuff. So I've already created my GitHub repository so we can start writing the code for the project. So I'm going to be having a meeting with the team in 5 minutes for us to touch base on what we are supposed to do. I guess I'm going to get back to you after the meeting and update you on what we talked about. So see you then.
1 hour later.
Okay, so I just got done doing a meeting with my team. We spent like an hour in the meeting. The team basically consists of 2 designers and 3 developers, including me. And the main thing we're doing right now is mainly researching before we actually start building. So right now we have to go and test the different APIs, research the different APIs for the different social media, and just come back together in a couple of hours to talk about our findings and see how we can get started. So yeah, so that's everything about today's vlog. I'm going to take more time before making a vlog that is for the next vlog, so there can be more content and more progress so I can show it to you all. So thank you so much for tuning in, and see you in the next one.
A few moments later.
Alright.
I don't think that's much different.
Yeah, probably not. I will say the. Oh yeah, look at that RB. Yeah.
Okay, new update. Yeah, my hair looks kind of messy right now, but I'm going to get back home, get a haircut, and I'm going to update you guys on what is going on right now with the project with Word Creator and the Programmers University. And see you. Okay, we're back home. I just got a haircut. I'm sure my haircut looks very good now. Okay, so we've done quite some progress with the Word Create app. And the thing we're currently working on right now is integrating the different social platforms into the Word Create app. So in order for us to be able to post on behalf of a user, the user has to basically authenticate using that social media platform. For example, if you want to post on Facebook via the Word Create app, you have to first of all authenticate your Facebook account and then give us permission to post on your behalf. So right now we are currently integrating Facebook, Threads, Instagram, LinkedIn, and it's not really going as planned. It's not as easy as I thought it was. I mean, I never thought it was easy, but it's actually more complicated, and I personally don't have time to code all along in the platform because I'm having other things to do. So I've given it over to my team, and I'm just hoping they are doing the best right now, and I'm sure they are doing the best. But yeah, so let me just show you what we have so far. Okay, so far we have this simple landing page that basically tells what the Word Create is about. So you can even go right now to wordcreate.com and sign up for the waiting list. So you can join the waiting list so that once the platform is available, you can be notified and try it out. So this is the landing page. So if you're familiar with GitHub and working with branches and so on, you know what I'm talking about now, because what is currently on the website right now is what we have deployed to the main branch. So what is currently on the main branch is just the landing page with the ability for the user to enter their email and their name. So my team and I were having our respective branches. So I think the most developed branch is the branch of the test branch. So in the test branch now there is a different landing page, and now you can also authenticate with email and password and Google sign up. So this is currently our code base. Let me make sure there is no sensitive data. So this is our code base right here. Okay, so this is our code base right here. As you can see, we are running on the local host. Let me just go ahead and open it right now. So this is what we have now currently. This is not the final landing page, but it's just like a dummy landing page we have so we can know what we are working with. So when it comes to get started, we have implemented the different authentication, but I'm just going to log in using Google sign up. It's currently working. Let me not show my emails. So I'm going to sign up with Google, and currently this is the application we have. So all we're trying to do right now is to integrate all of these applications, and right now nothing is working yet. So none of these apps have been successfully connected so far, and hopefully we'll be able to complete the connections by the end of the week. We are currently working on the Facebook integration, Threads, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and then when we're done with these 5, we're going to move over to TikTok and finally YouTube. And I also want to integrate Pinterest, but the process for their approval is quite not easy. I tried to get approved for a developer's account on Pinterest. I got rejected. So for now, we are going to work with what we can. So after we're done integrating, I don't think the rest of it will be too difficult. Now we'll have to integrate the ability to post on the different platforms, schedule posts, and so on. So that's currently what we are working on. So right now, I'm not too involved in the development of the platform. What I'm acting as right now is mostly a project manager or a product manager. And also, I'm also trying to focus on marketing, because a lot of mistakes that people do when they are creating SaaS applications is that they want to complete their SaaS application before starting to market. But what I've realized is that the moment you start writing the first line of code, you really need to start posting about it on your social media, creating content, doing cold outreach if you're doing a B2B SaaS. So start marketing as soon as you start writing the first line of code. So the way I'm marketing right now is just through social media, and it's not really getting a ton of traction. I mean, it's not getting like any traction at all, but I believe in compound effect. I believe in doing several things. I believe in doing something every single day, even though you get just like 2-3 views. Eventually that is going to compound to like 100 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views. So I make sure to tweet about it every day, to post on it, to post about it on Threads. And yeah, and also simultaneously I'm running the program at university, and right now we're about to implement like a new process of acquisition for new students. So I'm going to be making updates about that in the coming weeks or in the coming days. I don't know, depending on how well we're able to integrate this. So hopefully by the end of this week, I'm going to post an update of us already finishing integrating this and possibly having an MVP by next week. So yeah, this is all about this vlog. I hope it was a little bit informative, or you learned a little bit, 1 or 2 things. So thank you for tuning in, and see you in the next one.